Welcome everybody to the Alchemist Accelerator Class 36 Demo Day. Woohoo! We are so excited to have you here, and we want to thank you for your time and attention. And also we want to thank our sponsors, AWS, Carta, Closed Loop, Microsoft for Startups, Mercury, Morrison Forster, and Wilmer Hale. For all of you that are return participants, welcome back. It is great to have you again. And for everyone that's new, it is always good to make new friends. Welcome. I have to say, it is a particularly exciting time to be in innovation and especially in Alchemist. It is truly a watershed moment where the pace of innovation is unprecedented relative to everything that we have seen, and we have been in this space for the last dozen years. And what's even more humbling is that we know from Moore's Law and history as precursor to the future that the pace of change right now is going to be the slowest it will also ever be going forward, that it's just going to continue to get faster and faster and faster. And if you haven't seen it yet, I do think we are entering into the era of perpetual whiplash, where every class will be leapfrogging the prior one in ways that are completely unpredictable. And so I'm incredibly excited to show you the 23 companies that will be launching from Alchemist today. But before we get to the companies, we want to share some updates on Alchemist itself. First, a quick update of Alchemist by the numbers. We now have had over 600 startups launch from Alchemist. Over half of those have closed funding, and we measure funding 12 months post-demo day with a threshold of at least a $500,000 check. Collectively, the companies have raised $3.9 billion, or a little bit more than $6 million on average per startup, and almost 10% of the companies have been acquired. We are continuing to pursue our core initial mission of Alchemist, which is to support technical founders going after the enterprise, which we think is very sexy from the earliest stages. And we continue to be humbled and proud of the alums that have come from Alchemist that continue to be supported by our VC partners, many of whom are phenomenal names that are supporting our companies as they continue to grow. It is becoming more difficult to get admitted into Alchemist. It's about 30% harder this year to be admitted into Alchemist than it was last year. We've had almost 2,400 applications. The admit rate is around 3.7% into the program, and it's continuing to get harder and harder, but we are continuing to focus on quality, not quantity, and keeping the class sizes intimate. One of the things that has also become clear is that we do believe that we are seeing a new renaissance period in the Bay Area, and we're doubling down and deepening the in-person events that we're doing as part of Alchemist. Alchemist is still a hybrid program in the sense that you don't necessarily need to be in Silicon Valley if it's not the best for your startup. The rule is that we want you to be where your team is and where your customers are, but we are doubling down and deepening the programming that's happening in the Bay Area post-COVID. We do think that San Francisco is back. We also think that there is a cluster, especially in generative AI, where there is an unfair advantage for startups that are located here. That's partly because DeepMind and OpenAI have created such amazing foundations for the Gen AI system to flourish. And so we are doing more events in the Bay Area since COVID, more than we've ever done since COVID now in the program. But at the same time, we also know that Silicon Valley's soil is rich because it's fed by international talent. Just as a case in point, over the last few months in my class that I teach at Stanford, we've had some phenomenal generative AI speakers, including Sam Altman from OpenAI, Ilya Sutskever from OpenAI, Andrew Ng from the AI Fund, Ali Ghodzi from Databricks, phenomenal CEOs and co-founders. And what's interesting is that even though they're the foundations of building the Gen AI movement that's happening in the Bay Area, none of them were born in the Bay Area, and many of them were born outside the United States. And so we have keened in on how some of the best innovations are actually started from perspectives that are coming from outside the US, and that Alchemist is also broadening its reach to source innovation wherever the best innovation may arise. We also do believe that there's going to be a democratization of innovation and tech that is also going to be unprecedented. And so we're incredibly excited to announce the launch of 2 new Alchemist international hubs. The first is Alchemist Japan. Last week at the Sushi Tech event in Japan, we announced that we're launching Alchemist Japan, which is a Tokyo-based program dedicated to globally ambitious enterprise startups from or building in Japan. Alchemist has been paying close attention to the Japanese market for years, investing in several Japanese startups, including Audify, which has gone on to raise significant capital, and working with dozens more through our Alchemist X market entry programs. We're incredibly impressed by the raw technical talent in Japan, as well as the strong sectors such as energy, robotics, advanced AI, and deep tech. And we now believe that we are in this inflection moment for Japan, where the time is to invest further in Japan, and we see the market shifting to better support budding entrepreneurs and to break down some of the constraints that have historically held back Japanese entrepreneurs. And so we're incredibly excited that we'll be accepting applications to the Alchemist Japan program starting on June 1st. Just to be clear, all the companies that go through all the international programs pass the same global bar, and they're also participants in the Alchemist Core program. But they'll start in Alchemist Japan, and then a select few will also develop and that prove early product market fit will scale to the US and globally through the Alchemist 6-month Silicon Valley-based program. In the launch of Alchemist Japan, we are also incredibly honored that Mitsubishi has joined as one of the anchor partners as an LP and an investor to support us in Japan. And more broadly, Mitsubishi is joining what we think is the premier bench of enterprise innovation across our LPs. These are VC funds as well as corporates that really are shaping the next generation of enterprise innovation. We're also excited to announce a fund focused on investing in emerging market founders out of Doha called Alchemist Doha. At the Web Summit in Doha this spring, we announced the launch of a pre-seed seed fund that's going to be focused on finding and investing in top enterprise talent from global emerging markets. We're going to be deploying the capital from Doha, and the participants will also be participating in Doha, but they are, again, also participating in the core Alchemist program and also have full access to the San Francisco-based program as well. This is more of a pre-seed seed fund where we're going to be writing larger checks into fewer companies, and they're not only going to pass the bar for the Alchemist core program, but an even higher bar. And we're deeply excited by this because we do think the best companies actually are started by founders that have different perspectives. And it's amazing how many founders actually come from emerging markets and maybe then educated in the United States or elsewhere, but build game-changing companies. And so this program is really focused on those founders that have some experience from emerging market countries, even if they were ultimately educated then later in the United States or elsewhere. We're incredibly excited about this program. It's supported by the Qatar Foundation, but we are also looking for an investment director in Doha. And so if you know of anybody that might be interested or that we should chat with, please let us know. You can either email me, Ravi, at Alchemist, or you can also just give us feedback through the Vault link to Alchemist and mention somebody that might be a good fit. We're looking for somebody that has at least 2 years of experience on an investment team at a venture capital fund or something equivalent, and is also passionate about wanting to be in Doha to rebuild something incredibly innovative and new. Both of these programs are all still part of Alchemist Core. So really, these are building bridges between Silicon Valley and extending our reach around the world. That mission is also part of a division within Alchemist called Alchemist X. So the flagship stakeholder in Alchemist is always our founders. It is the enterprise founder, and particularly the technical enterprise founder at the earliest stages. But to build out the ecosystem or the network, Alchemist X is focusing on innovation services for corporates and governments so that we also involve them in building the deepest and most successful innovation. Alchemist X continues to do phenomenal work, and they continue to expand. There's both market entry programs now for scaled international startups that need to scale up in selling to the United States, and also partnering with leading corporations to develop access to startup-sourced innovation and potential. Notably, the Canadian program for Alchemist X, the TELUS Community Safety and Wellness Accelerator, which is focused on impact, is in its 5th cohort. We also have a new partnership with the Japanese government through the Japan Innovation Campus in Silicon Valley. Again, that's going to help bolster the bridge between Japan and Silicon Valley. And we're also welcoming Hitachi as our newest corporate innovation partner. So we're excited to continue to bring the best of Silicon Valley innovation to help tackle the competitive and economic challenges that are facing our corporate and government partners. We oftentimes say within Alchemist that you get 1 point for fundraising, 10 points for getting a first customer, and 100 points for building a scalable and repeatable business model. And so really, even though we love our investors and the VCs that are here, the livelihood of our startups oftentimes is really through partnerships with phenomenal corporations. And so, of course, we love all the partners that are involved with Alchemist in deeper ways, but we also have a network of corporates that have been involved in Alchemist in supporting the startups with procurement events and partnerships and really being willing to be first checks or also give advice. And so we're thankful for all the corporates that get engaged with Alchemist at whatever level they choose to. We couldn't build Alchemist without you. And so this is just a note for all the general corporates that have been involved in any way within Alchemist. I oftentimes say, don't confuse the megaphone for the muscle. So you see me here, we have 23 companies that are about to launch, but there's literally 100 coaches and over 1,000 mentors that have been involved with the development of the companies. So coaches are people that are meeting with the companies on a continual basis within Alchemist, and mentors are resources that might be available for a one-off advice session. I wish I had time to highlight everybody, but of course we don't. And so in lieu of that, we're gonna show some of the names here, but just please know that we are humbled by the phenomenal coaches and mentors that continue to support the companies and their development and their growth, many of whom are also Alchemist alums, which is the most exciting thing now, that we now have a community, now that we're 12 years in, of alums that have had their own phenomenal exits that come back to coach the next generation. And so with that, the analogy that we have within Alchemist is that oftentimes we use an analogy of a forest of redwoods or sequoias, which are all connected at the roots. And it's really a community of trees that become the king of trees, but they're ultimately connected together in a community at the roots. And that is the metaphor for Alchemist as well, is that we're continuing to reach broader and also strive higher through a community that's all connected and networked to help each other out. And so we hope you see the fruits of that in the next class, which is about to launch. So to kick off the next class, before we show you the companies, let us just show you the vault, which is going to be the interface through which you can connect into the companies and show either your support as an investor or your support to connect the companies into others that you might know. So here's a quick tutorial on the vault. You'll notice that there's a button called Connect. Connect will be your way for us to connect you directly into the founders for anybody that you want to meet or chat with. There is a button next to Connect called Reserve. Reserve is our gift to high conviction investors to mitigate the situation where the big institutions will crowd out the smaller checks. The way Reserve works is that if you have high conviction in an investment, we ask that you click on Reserve, and we will in turn ask the founders to prioritize your interest above others. In return, we're asking you to make a decision within 7 days. So you need to also respect the founder and get back to them with a yes or no within 7 days to stay within our good graces. Now, in addition to these standard features, there are some beloved features for our virtual demo day participants to give you more control. The first is that you have the ability to watch any of the pitches yourselves in whichever order you want. So if you click on the watch video link next to the company's name, you can drive yourself and jump through any of the pitches without having to go into sequential order. There's also a live chat where you can message Alchemist directly and we can help you out in real time. If you have non-real-time feedback for Alchemist, you can also click on the Feedback to Alchemist button in the upper right. You can also use that button if you have feedback for any portfolio company, but please mention the company's name if you give us the feedback via Feedback to Alchemist in the upper right. And now, I'm thrilled to be launching and showing you Alchemist Class 36. To kick things off, please welcome Examal.
Welcome. I'm Dennis, CEO of Examal. When my co-founders and I transitioned from computational sciences into the drug discovery and chemical industry, we were struck by how outdated the software landscape, even at the most advanced companies, looked like. We wanted to build the future, but lacked even the most basic tools. And that's why we decided to fundamentally change that when we started Examal. Examal is a cloud-native computational drug discovery platform, which we built to become the operating system of pharma companies of the future. Here's some industry context. In the past, it took a lot of experimenting and many years to get a design for a new drug. It cost billions of dollars. And today, a small number of drug discovery companies that use AI efficiently can come up with new designs in a matter of months. But those tools are scarce, specific to a single use case, and proprietary. And on top of that, all the pharma companies that we talk to move their compute into the cloud. And that's a challenge for them and a huge opportunity for us. We incorporated last fall and have performed more than 80 interviews. And one thing that resonated across the board is what a VP of drug discovery from a small pharma told us. My team spends 75% of their time setting up methods and only 25% on project goals. And the problem is, and that's by the way the same as in AI, the discovery tools change weekly, and getting them to run and scale is not the main task for computational teams, such that people are stuck with one-stop solutions and struggle to innovate. So we're solving the accessibility problem to those new tools first. Our platform includes a collaborative database for small molecules, which is enhanced by a workflow and computation tool that can run the most advanced methods, that's from physics, chemistry, and AI, with ease at scale, and you can stack them together to find new drugs efficiently. There's even an audit trail helpful for patenting to see how you came up with a new design. We've built this ourselves and closed the first contract for June. Sam built drug discovery tools ever since his PhD. Emiliano is a quantum chemist turned full stack engineer, and I used to manage large software projects like this one at BASF. With this, we're tapping into a quickly growing market that is cheminformatics, which so far has been largely dominated by old players, and that market doesn't even include AI or cloud compute yet. Drug discovery itself, of course, is an even larger market at $60 billion, which, slowly but surely, will be dominated by computationally enabled companies. Our pricing is simple and competitive, and the people we talk to like it. We sell to the more than 5,500 biotechs that work on new drug modalities, and they're underserved by our competitors. And at 60 grand, we offer competitive pricing for our core platform, which we plan to build out to an enterprise product starting at $250,000 that targets the largest players. The competitive landscape in this space either keeps the novelties to themselves, acting as a service provider to a small number of large players, or they offer single-purpose solutions since decades that run on your laptop, but not really in the cloud and not really collaboratively. We're the first company in cheminformatics to bring integrated workflows with AI that will revolutionize how small molecule drugs are being discovered. This will also enable to train foundational models for computation, which is part of our vision. We want to change more than this landscape and position ourselves where customers see a need first, within their scalable infrastructure and bringing them the newest tools. Thanks for listening, and reach out to us soon.
Equality AI, AI quality assurance, and compliance software for the healthcare industry. It all starts with our amazing team. Hi, my name is Maya Hightower. I'm the CEO and co-founder. I'm a physician and 4-time C-level healthcare IT executive. Most recently, I was the executive vice president and chief digital technology officer at the University of Chicago Medicine, where I led a team of 400 FTE and a $50 million budget. I'm an expert in responsible AI. I'm joined by my chief AI research scientist, Brett Bolio-Jones, who's a wunderkind when it comes to computational biomedicine. He has a PhD from Penn, postdoc from Harvard, has over 50 publications in AI evaluation and methods, including methods that he's developed for us at Equality AI. We're joined by our CTO, Janice Davis, who has over 20 years in data architecture, data engineering at scale for healthcare enterprises. AI regulations in healthcare are moving fast. AI has the power to transform every industry, including healthcare, but regulators are worried. They're concerned about the risks, the safety, the quality, and ensuring that AI really does serve everyone. So they've been quick to pass regulations, 4 in the last 6 months, including HHS's ONC, CMS, the EU AI Act, and the ACA. This has given rise to a brand new market that did not exist 2 years ago. It's the AI trust, risk, and asset management market. Healthcare alone is projected to be a $10 billion market by 2030, And that may very well be an underestimate. When you think about the market impact of, say, HIPAA, a $30 billion market, AI regulations are likely to surpass that. Introducing Equality AI's AI quality assurance and risk compliance software for healthcare. Our MVP includes AI governance, audit, and validation capabilities, including auditing risk predictive models. And we are developing with our early customers methods for evaluating generative AI models. Our roadmap includes audit of computer vision and AI monitoring and integration into legacy data environments. Our go-to-market is mastering healthcare B2B with trust. And that trust is because of our expertise in responsible AI and our partnerships with government, industry, and academia. This is translated to other highly regulated industries. And quote, we want to leverage the thinking of the regulated hospital environment. How do we leverage that in other industries? We're on track to over 1 million in ARR this year. Our traction matches the rate of regulation adoption, with 200 ARR closed, including the University of Chicago Medicine and St. Luke's. Equality AI is the healthcare industry leader in AI quality assurance and compliance solutions. There's never been a better time, industry, team, or technology to advance AI quality assurance and compliance to healthcare and other regulated industries at scale.
Hi guys, my name is David. I'm CEO at 10x Immersive. A story behind of the product is really personalized. My child has a severe dental phobia, and he is not alone. 20% of pediatric population suffers from the dental phobia that costs to the market 60 billion losses per year because non-show-ups, cancellation, treatment avoidance. In every dental clinics, you see that TVs are installed everywhere. But the TVs are not immersive anymore. They are not interactive, and the most important part, they cannot isolate the patients from the environment. And here we came. We offer a virtual reality-based distraction therapy that effectively distracts patients, relieve their stress and anxiety up to 65%. Our system consists of 3 main components: waiting room, dental chair, communication module. In average, dental patients, they spend 10 minutes in a waiting area. So we use this advantage to onboard them. We give them an opportunity to play AR games, have a fun, and share the results in the social media. Patients, they can select the content in the waiting area, what they want to see in a dental chair. The system will scan the unique QR code and stream selected content in a 3D environment in a virtual reality. After patients, we're gonna get the feedbacks from the dentist. Remember this number, 45% of the dental patients are referrals. The dentists using our technology get extra 10% of more referrals, and they save a time on the anxiety management because there is no need to convince a child to take a seat and to have extra more visits. Our business model is SaaS. So we use on-shelf VRs with a subscription model. Currently, we target the pedodentistry, but we see a huge market in orthodontists and the dental surgeons. Till now, our startup managed to fundraise 400K from Alchemist, from Startup Wise guys, and other angel investors. We have early adopters, pre-orders, we have 2 US patents, and 1 scientific experiment results that publish in a top paying Congress journal. Attention, very interesting information. Our investors are dentists, so our clients are our investors. We have a pedodentist, dental surgeons, orthodontists, endodontists. I am a PhD in industrial automation. My background is engineering. I have previously successfully set startups and failed startups. My other founders are the guys who have experience in a healthcare and an XR vertical. Our chief medical officer is the international opinion leader dentist. VR is just a small part. Talk to your dentist. They are okay to give you extra more bonuses if you bring more referrals, If you have the reviews in their website, and also every dentist, they dream to convert their dental practice to the shop, to have more upselling opportunities over there. We know this, we know how to do this, we have a great team for this. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Matt Forbush, founder and CEO of Signal. I've spent my entire career as a business owner. I've gone from rolling pretzels at my first Annie Ann's to partnering and growing a franchise group with north of 25 million in annual revenues. And through my entire journey, I've been obsessed with growing my business through empowering my employees, instilling a sense of ownership. So when the business wins, everybody wins. That's where Signal was born. Let me give you a glimpse of what that looks like in the future.
Hey Ziggy, how did today go?
Sales were up, labor and operations were in line, so the team earned their bonus. It was storming in the afternoon, which explains the decreased traffic. Also, I notified HR that John was late for the third time this month.
Is there anything I need to know for tomorrow?
It looks like we are a little understaffed in the morning, but no one else was available. I reminded the manager to restock and run all breaks before the game ends. I also adjusted production levels to ensure we are ready for the fans. We need to keep Susie on the register to boost sales. She is great at upselling combos.
I can tell you firsthand, profits are harder and harder to come by. Businesses must optimize every resource and take advantage of each opportunity. In order to survive, businesses will have to leverage the power of AI to augment their workforce. Let a machine allocate the resources and set the goals, then inspire the team to use their human intuition and make it happen. The problem is, businesses have more tools to manage than ever, all of which provide valuable data, but it's siloed and unstructured. This makes it impossible to consolidate and format as needed for AI. Signal will bring all this data together, normalize it, and run it through our proprietary foundation model, creating a clear path to profits. We'll do this by providing resource optimization, real-time insights and recommendations, as you just saw with Ziggy, interactive employee incentives, and much more. With loyal and paying customers and some huge deals in the pipeline, product market fit is clear. We've also already overcome the main barrier to entry in this industry by integrating with some of the most important tools in the ecosystem. In addition, we're building key partnerships at the enterprise level with franchisors, which is how we plan to grow going forward. We've done all this with our current platform, which strategically is just a stepping stone on the path to AI and won't be required for customers in the future to use Signal. But the impact we're already making is unprecedented. Let's take Alex Johnson, for example. By adopting Signal, he sees more than $100,000 in additional profits per location. He does this by setting performance-based rewards for his team. So when the business succeeds, they do too. This creates a sense of ownership for employees that benefits every aspect of the business, most notably sales. The problems that Signal solves are shared by an enormous addressable market of over $50 billion. But the niche QSR franchise segment alone could make Signal a unicorn. This makes our go-to-market plan very clear. Staying focused in the franchise industry will continue to sign enterprise customers, while at the same time getting further distribution through our integration partners. From there, we'll launch Ziggy, our AI-powered business consultant, and the insights engine powering it. At this point, we're not selling software. We're selling intelligence, an actual position in the organization, trained to inspire employees and make everyone more money. Then, as we show success in the franchise industry, it's only natural that we'll branch to other addressable markets. All along the way, we're building an enormous proprietary data lake, and you can just use your imagination as to what that'll be worth one day. To make all this happen, I'm extremely fortunate to have a world-class team of founders, leaders, and advisors supporting Signal. Their experience and network is second to none, and they'll play a critical role in Signal's success. You see, the future isn't in selling software or tools. The future is in intelligence, bringing AI and human intuition together to increase profits through empowering employees. I've already laid the foundation for this, and now it's time to capitalize. I have the vision, I have the experience, I have the team, and I'll make it happen.
One of the highlights over the last 4 months was that we had Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, into my Stanford class. And one of the things that was quite clear was that the pace of change from his perspective will continue to astound and shock with future releases of ChatGPT and other LLM models. And that he's not scared of continuing to invest huge sums of capital building out the LLM models. And to that end, there are a couple takeaways that we've had when it comes to investing in Gen AI. One is that we do think there's opportunities at the application layer, especially for people that are focused on the design, the interface with the end customer, and building network effects. In sort of the same way that Uber and Instagram became unicorns riding off of the iPhone wave by building software layers that had deep network effects, we feel the same will happen as well at the application layer of LLMs. But also that there's always an opportunity at the generative AI infrastructure level, especially when you're looking at the needs of the developer and the enterprise community. And companies that are solving those problems that arise there, especially with doing deployments across multiple environments, will have ample fodder for huge growth. And to that end, a case in point can be some of the companies that you're seeing today launching, but especially this next company. And so without further ado, please welcome Ogre.
Hi, Wilder Lopez, founder of Ogre.run. Ogre is an AI agent that packages source code into reproducible environments in seconds. I'm a second-time founder, and for the past 10 years, I've worked as a developer and led teams of scientists and software engineers to transform ideas into code that can be shipped anywhere. During my journey, it became clear that code reproducibility is broken. Software made for one type of computer is not guaranteed to work in a different one out of the box. This happens because of poor code quality, old configuration files, and poor or inexistent documentation. Why should we care about it? Well, because code whose behavior can't be reproduced is useless. Today, developers waste hours doing manual work to figure out the infrastructure necessary to run code in their own computer, let alone shipping it somewhere else. That's when Ogre can be a game changer. Ogre automates the analysis of source code to create a customized, reproducible environment. Here's how it works. Developers subscribe to our application using their GitHub account. Every time one of their code repositories is updated, Ogre will trigger its AI agent to analyze the code base and generate a set of reproducibility artifacts, Docker files, requirement files, software bill of materials. It also generates a new README file that is a faithful documentation of the code. And finally, Ogre spins up a terminal on the web, creating a one-stop shop for code reproducibility, where developers can start exploring code immediately. The developer tools space is full of applications that need manual setup, usually at a very low level. As developers seek to automate low-level tasks, Ogre empowers them to do so, enabling more effective code exploration and accelerating the delivery of applications. Every software developer has code reproducibility problems. This means there is a huge market for Ogre. We are starting with what we know best, AI developers using Python. But as we expand to other areas such as web and API design, the market reached $60 billion. This number will grow as we expand into other popular programming languages like JavaScript, Java, Go, and C and C++. Our go-to-market strategy employs a bottom-up software-as-a-service model targeting developers. We offer a self-service, user-friendly web application built on top of our open-source project, allowing us to engage with company decision makers to upsell customized enterprise features. We already have over 3,000 downloads of our open source tool Mini Ogre, around which we built our application. We've raised $100,000 from angel investors and signed 3 pilots with enterprises, among them Tenstorrent, the unicorn AI chip maker, who will use Ogre to automate the creation of reproducible environments for their AI team. I've talked to over 100 developers who told me that code reproducibility problems have been keeping them from shipping faster. The most important takeaway from those conversations is that access to source code is not enough to guarantee reproducibility. The real challenge here is to solve the puzzle of matching code to infrastructure fast. That's the ultimate goal of Ogre. And the perfect time to do that is right now, by leveraging the power of generative AI. I would love to tell you more about Ogre and our vision to automate code reproducibility. Please reach out if you are interested. Thank you.
This will change the way we do science. This is an exact quote from Chris, head of gene therapy at the big pharma Sanofi. We're a Stanford spin-out building a novel genomics platform, and Chris is our first paying customer. Emma from Benson Hill and 2 other big pharmas are ready for a product launch in July. But what is gene therapy, and why is Chris so excited? Gene therapy is revolutionizing medicine now. It's 27 therapies that are already approved, 2,000 in the pipeline, and more than 30 will be approved per year starting 2024. These therapies modify DNA to cure patients. Imagine for a second, truly personalized medicine targeting your specific disease. This will save millions of untreatable patients. However, something is slowing down this revolution: safety and efficacy testing. The problem is, testing safety and efficacy is too long. During development, Chris tests new modifications every single day with more than 400 tests per week. With current solution, Chris is losing time and money waiting weeks for test results. To save time, Chris has to run 10 programs in parallel, even if only one is selected. To save time, 90% of the work is lost. To save time, we provide immediate results. Our kit solution cuts this wait time from weeks to an hour. With instantaneous results, therapy developers can iterate faster on their therapies. They no longer have to run programs in parallel. They can select the best candidate within hours. With us, Chris saves millions in development costs and unlocks hundreds of millions in earlier market access. And how do we do that? Well, you've probably heard about CRISPR. The enzyme is known for its speed. We added accuracy. Our secret sauce is kinetics. With kinetics, we turn CRISPR into a fast and accurate detection assay with only 3 steps and an hour compared to weeks for current solutions. Our 2 Stanford patents were developed at the Stanford Microfluidics Lab, and this wouldn't have been possible without our amazing team. I have developed the technology for the past 3 years with 3 papers and 2 patents. Juan, scientific founder, is also director at the Stanford Microfluidics Lab, and he has already spun out 2 companies in the exact same field. And Todd, professor at Berkeley, has led corporate development at Bio-Rad. We are excited to bring this technology to market, and the secret for that is kits. We sell a combination of kits and software. It brings accuracy to Chris's lab's bench. Kits provide unbeatable speed. Our proprietary software platform ensures gold standard accuracy, and the combination of the two is very easy to scale with good margins. Our first kits will launch in July to ensure profitable business, and yes, we are close to profitability. Chris, Emma, and 2 other large pharmas are excited to test the first kits. Each kit is sold $5,000, and we have 80% gross margin on our first 100 kits. And these companies have volume. If we convert their pipeline just with our existing kit, it is already 100 million saved for them and 10 million revenue per customer for us. Just with our existing kit too, we can already target a $6 billion market growing very fast at 20%. And our technology has huge potential beyond cell and gene therapy, agriculture, pharmacogenomics, minimal residual disease for a total 20 billion TAM. We already raised $500,000, and our next steps are to scale the kit business and develop automation to break into these other large markets. If we want our children to benefit from personalized medicine, we need faster tools. Looking forward to sharing more.
Hi, my name is Vasily. I am the founder and CEO of Profecto. In Profecto, we develop AI for fleet optimization. We reduce fuel and other costs, as well as CO2 emission of large truck fleets by changing drivers' behavior using AI. The problem. U.S. transportation sector consumes fuel in the amount of over $200 billion per year. It is the largest CO2 emission contributor in this country. At the same time, some estimates show that between 15 and 30% of fuel are wasted, which translates into $30 to $60 billion of annual waste in the industry. And the major source of such inefficiencies are mistakes that drivers do, which include excess idling, unnecessary idling, wrong routes, fraud, and so on. Our solution to that problem is an AI assistant installed on the driver's phone, which continuously monitors driver's behavior, and in case any deviation from optimal is detected, it promptly sends a message to the driver suggesting corrective action. The driver, on the other hand, is motivated to follow the prompts by bonus system, with such bonuses being funded through the savings generated by the system. So indeed, it's a win-win situation to all parties involved. Companies enjoy significant savings, while drivers increase their earnings, and they are more likely to stay in the company, which addresses another prevalent issue in the industry of high turnover rate of drivers, which can reach 80 or even 100% per year in some cases. In our first case study with a major oil and gas company, we demonstrated that with the help of our technology, they can reduce fuel costs almost by half and CO2 emissions almost by a third. The technology may look simple on the first glance, but it is powered by sophisticated technology under the hood. We leverage data from telematics providers, including such data like truck location, speed, engine rotation, fuel level, and so on. These data points are then integrated with refueling transactions and various external data points. What's the secret sauce? It is a combination of proprietary technologies which our team developed through many years as part of research, fundamental research in symbolic AI. It is a result of 3 years of development by a top-notch development team originally from Eastern Europe. And we have done a number of inventions on the way, and we're planning to file patents on some of them. So where are we today? The product is tested and validated. We have integrated our system with Geotab, which is the largest telematics provider in North America, installed on over 3 million trucks. Thus, any user of Geotab can launch our system with the click of a button. We have signed 2 distribution agreements with resellers in Latin America and in Europe. We have seen a very big interest in what we do from truck-related media, which resulted in over 10 publications. And we have a strong pipeline of potential customers with various stages of development. Our team includes myself. I'm a serial entrepreneur here in Silicon Valley with exits. My first employer was McKinsey, master's degree in physics and an MBA degree. My co-founder Anatoly, living here in Silicon Valley for most of his life, is known for being the architect for Travelocity, which was later acquired by Expedia and currently has over 12 million monthly visitors. He's an author of several books on system architecture. In addition, we have a team of 8 software engineers located globally.
Hello everyone, we are Articulate AI, and our vision is to create AI agents that enable seamless communication. My name is Joe Yu. I'm the founder of Articulate AI. I hold a PhD from CMU, and I'm a professor at Columbia University, currently on leave, focusing on the company full-time. Recognized by Forbes 30 Under 30, I bring extensive experience from my previous role of Meta and ASAP. My co-founder Albert Chen brings deep experience in robust AI infrastructure. Together, we combine over 15 years of AI enterprise experience to bring you the next generation AI agents. We founded the company last year, backed by the prestigious National Science Foundation SBIR grant. As of now, we've achieved an annual recurring revenue of $500,000 with a consistent month-over-month growth rate of 20%. We proudly serve 15 enterprise customers, including notable names such as Capital One and Pearson, demonstrating our market value and traction. Articulate AI's rapid growth is fueled by the rising demand for enterprise-grade, high-performance AI agents. As technologies like ChatGPT reshapes expectations, enterprises are moving away from expensive third-party solutions into secure in-house technologies. Our Gen AI agent framework reduces the cost while enhancing customer experience and data privacy. Enterprise teams who are doing exploration of Gen AI technology usually encounters 2 types of frameworks. They will both fall short. Last generation NLPs like Google Dialogful, which requires heavy data curation and lacks deep understanding. and RAG-based question-answering models like LangChain has access to extensive knowledge but cannot complete tasks. We filled this gap by integrating the best of both, powered by our advanced AI algorithms, suitable for a range of enterprise applications from customer service to internal productivity. Our AI agent framework has a good planning algorithms that proactively engage users and facilitate natural interactions. Enhanced by robust tool integrations and user modelings, our system delivers personalized and effective interaction. Our solution also features an intuitive drag-and-drop interface that minimizes coding requirements. The chatbot market is large yet highly competitive. Established players like Intercom and ASAP, though popular, are still black box third-party solutions. Meanwhile, developers tools such as Google, Dialogflow, and Rasa are still transitioning to incorporate large language model into their offerings. Our unique advantage at Articulate AI is our large language model-centric AI agent flow that's highly customizable. Our agent doesn't just interact, it completes tasks. We fill the gap between simple interaction to actionable productivity. This differentiates us from our competitors and attracts customers. At Articulate AI, we offer two versions to cater diverse market needs. Our chatbot as a service version that caters to non-coders like marketing and customer service managers, while our pro version supports engineering teams with private cloud deployment and high customization toolings. Join our journey in bringing next generation AI engines to the market.
Hey, my name is Panos, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Croply, an AI autocorrect for software runtime errors. Specifically, we're focusing on the ongoing problem of debugging, where 50% of the engineers state that they're slowed down by fixing broken code. Because what is considered an MVP today consists of thousands of lines of code and the libraries that come along with it, where each one could be a point of failure. For you, the engineer, it means that you felt unproductive, doing a boring task. But for your company, that results to missed deadlines, which ultimately racks up the bill to about $300,000 in technical debt. You might be thinking, great, let's prompt an LLM to fix the code. But the future is not prompt engineering. It is agents working in unison to understand a developer's intent, code, and libraries. Our solution focuses on 4 key aspects. No prompting when an error occurs, using context to understand a developer's intent, generating code based on the imported packages, and dynamic analysis of code within a runtime environment. We have 200 early adopters, which give us feedback because without Croply, they would have to explain to their managers where there are delays in production. We started by building a developer advisory board to understand the user's needs. We then got featured on a newsletter unicorner with over 100,000 subscribers. And finally, we started to build our custom pipelines where we process libraries and errors. Here's what the developers have to say about us. Engineers with a variety of experience have used our product and understand the need to speed up the development lifecycle. In practice, we integrate it into your development environment, automatically and silently working in the background to understand your dependencies and what functions you're calling. And all you have to do is just click that save button. From there, we just start generating solutions. If you apply them, they automatically get integrated in your code. You can see the suggestions on the left-hand side of the screen. The cool part is that we use Croply to build Croply, so we cater a lot to startup needs. While everyone is focusing on static boilerplate code, we decided to move away from the old archaic ways of 2024 Gen AI. Instead of static code, we focus on dynamic runtime data. Instead of just using public repositories to train our LLMs, we collect and train on the ever-changing runtime errors, which uniquely give us an advantage in our space. Finally, instead of using prompts, our goal is to use multiple agents working together to provide insight to the developer to speed up their velocity. To put simply, while everyone is focused on the development side, prioritizing on features such as autocomplete and generating trivial code, we home in even more, focusing on the core issues that engineers take precious time out of their day. The problems that don't get caught by a linter, but the ones that require hours to troubleshoot. We have talked to 50 engineers across different levels of seniority, and the most important parts that they have to tell us is that debugging is still the number one issue. All engineers debug. Junior engineers have downtime due to the lack of documentation, and boilerplate code is just not enough. Currently, the market cap for the software industry in the US is 4.5 trillion, and about 600 billion is being spent on finding and fixing bugs. We plan on addressing 5% of that market, which is about 30.5 billion. And here's the dream team for the future of programming. I am Panos, I am the CEO and CTO. I have built LLM and AI stacks from the ground up. Marcus, our CPO, focused and found issues with those cute delivery robots, and Andrew has marketed and managed over 17,000 SKUs. Thank you for helping us shape the future of software development.
You know, one of the secret truths and real joys of being a director at Alchemist is that I learn as much as I teach. The founders continually evolve my understanding of what's possible and also continually update me on different hacks and techniques. And that's also what we then syndicate and share to the community around us. That teaching is formalized in an even more formal way with an adjunct position that I have at Stanford. Stanford is completely separate from Alchemist, but I do get to be the adjunct lecturer of the biggest speaker series in entrepreneurship in the engineering school at Stanford. You all are invited to come and develop and learn with me, and I'll put a QR code link in here so you can come to class so you can see the caliber of the speakers that we have. And I'm also on the advisory board of the Entrepreneurship Center in the engineering school, and we're right now entertaining different options of working more closely with industry. And so if that is of interest, with my Stanford hat on, which is separate from Alchemist, reach out and we can have some discussions.
Hello everyone, my name is Alara and I'm the co-founder and CEO at GP, where we build AI sales agents to drive online store sales. Traditional brick and mortar stores can convert 15 times more visitors compared to e-commerce stores. And the main reason behind this gap is e-commerce stores struggle to offer instant personalized assistance to their website visitors. And this shortfall translates into a $1.8 million lost sales potential for an average mid-sized to enterprise level e-commerce store per year. And the current solutions on the market are not enough because they are limited to customer support only, and they require human power to operate, which can be highly expensive and prone to error. In order to solve this problem, we created GP AI, which enables e-commerce stores to hire AI sales agents for 12 cents an hour only. Now let's imagine that I'm a potential customer searching for a sleep supplement on NatureMade's website. There are so many different alternatives, therefore I need advice. I click on the live chat button to ask for help. However, it's outside office hours right now and no one is available at the moment. Therefore, NatureMade just lost a potential customer. But what if they had GP AI on their website? It would instantly suggest me a personalized product recommendation based on my browsing history, and it would further inform and educate me about the product to make a better purchase decision. Imagine it like having your best sales representative online 24/7 to guide customers, whether it's a healthcare or a supplement or a cosmetics product. GP can guide customers with all the information that they need. Our first paid customer, House of Silk, already saw a 30% boost in conversion and generated $8,000 additional revenue just within the first month of launching GP on their website. We launched our first product, a social media customer service software that reached 2,000 paid customers across 98 countries. And it served as a great customer discovery foundation for us, as the majority of our businesses were e-commerce businesses based in the US, and they showed us that their real pain point was lack of personalization on their e-commerce websites. That's why we decided to enhance the sales features of GP based on the feedback of our previous more than 1,000 e-commerce businesses, and just launched GP AI our new product 2 months ago. Within the first 2 months of launch, 150 e-commerce stores already installed GP, and we secured our first 3 paid customers. We're about to hit $8,000 MRR by the end of this month. However, we have 12 months of runway ahead of us as we recently closed a $900,000 investment round, and we're projected to hit $80,000 MRR by the end of our runway. But we are barely scratching the surface because the market potential is huge, as generative AI is completely disrupting the whole customer support and sales software for e-commerce businesses. And if we only hit 20,000 e-commerce stores within the next 5 years, we will become a $100 million ARR business. GP's subscription plans scale based on the number of website visitors, and we mainly compete with new generation AI-powered sales-oriented shopping assistants for e-commerce stores, while we also complement traditional customer support and live chat software with integrations. However, this is an emerging market, therefore speed wins, and there is not a clear leader yet. We believe that we are the perfect team to win in this market because GP's co-founder Ardi and I collectively have 10 years of experience in building chatbots and 6 years of experience in selling social media software to more than 1,000 e-commerce businesses. We're also backed by Alchemist Accelerator and top VCs in the MENA region, which significantly increases our chances of success. Thank you so much for listening. Please reach out to us through Volt if you're interested.
Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Schmidt, CEO at Corbu, and we're building an AI design assistant for the AEC industry. Right now, there's a housing shortage of more than 7 million homes in the US. And today, architects are using technology that's more than 40 years old. So you would think AI can help solve this problem. Yet, AI doesn't even understand the structure of an image. And this is a problem I noticed more than 3 years ago when I first started using AI in my own architecture design practice. The existing AI models were not built for designers designing in the real world. So we built Corbu, and Corbu understands architecture and can turn 10-hour workflows literally into 10 seconds. Here we see Corbu keeps the structure of the input image the same, which matters a lot when you're designing in the real world. Corbu also learns the style of design firms and offers dozens of design automations. And we know what to automate because we've talked to more than 200 businesses and have looked at the entire market map of AI design tools. And there's 2 things that designers care about: customization and having a product that's built for their workflows. So although Gen AI opens up a brand new market of design tools, there's still 3 fundamental problems with the existing AI models. The models lack the control designers need, the consistency designers want, and they do not have the proper architecture design terms embedded into the model. If we can solve this problem, we unlock a $500 billion opportunity within construction. Our initial market of residential architecture alone is more than $1 billion. Our business model is simple. We're B2B SaaS charging $150 per user per month with an ACV of $20K. We already have $150K in LOIs from our customer advisory board, and we've been focusing on having a strong market distribution. So we built up a proprietary data set to fine-tune an internal community model which allows us to leverage network effects on the platform. And we have more than 200 businesses on our waitlist, which touches on our unfair advantage, which is that we deeply understand architecture. And most profoundly, we are not a wrapper or a superficial adaptation of AI. We built these subtle workflows that only a designer would know. And that's why designers call us the holy grail of design tools. They're literally amazed at what we've built. And we have the best team to build it. So I'm Taylor. I was born into a 3rd-generation construction family and have been in architecture my entire life. And when I moved out to Silicon Valley, I headhunted Avkash, who has been in enterprise AI his entire life, while most people have been in AI only a few months. And together, we've recruited this team out here in San Francisco to help solve these hard problems and join us on this mission of creating more beautiful architecture and solving this housing crisis. We believe AI is the future of design, so join us as we take you there.
Hello, I'm Roberto. I'm a second-time founder. In my previous company focused on software procurement. Despite some success, I realized company a larger challenge beyond procurement, managing and licensing software. You might be painfully familiar with this problem, right? But companies around the globe don't have the proper tools to manage their software spend. And this is $150 billion problem. I will remind you a little bit of software adoption history in the US. As you know, the 80s gave birth to the software. In the 90s, ERP were booming. And in the 2000s, there were a lot of difficult to manage tools. This resulted in Certero and ServiceNow taking the market. In 2010, another wave came as the SaaS boom. Then in 2015, the challengers arrived. Like Vendor, Surly, Tropic took the market with the SaaS stack differentiation. As we know, history repeats itself, and it's happening now. In Latin America, it's 10 years behind the US tech adoption. I spoke with 37 IT directors and CFOs. The top priority is to buy only what is needed and ensure that it's actually used. 90% lack visibility, resulting in negative outcomes like paying for unused software. That's why we created Ecosys to optimize software spend. And how does it work? First, we integrate with track spending and provide full license visibility. Secondly, we generate automatic audits using AI to identify who is using the software and who is not. After that, we provide data to control inventories and budgets. We provide you alerts to determine who should use the software and who should not. Finally, we optimize your savings by suggesting continuous improvements. This allows you to eliminate unnecessary cost. Additionally, we assist you in negotiating better prices at each renewal. This unlocks greater benefits, more time, and better security. I'm very proud that in just 9 months since our product launch, we have closed more than 13 clients representing more than $160K in revenue. We currently have 14 contracts signed, representing more than $1.5 million in proof of concepts. We have signs with big companies like L'Oreal, Krispy Kreme, GNC, and others, and we have an average ticket size of $120K. So by the end of this year, we can reach more than $1.5 million. And by 2025, our expectation is to exceed more than 4.5 million. The market is vast. Our focus begins with global companies in LATAM, aiming for global expansion. Software spending worldwide is $1 trillion, so we can help them to save 30%. That represents $65 billion, and the service available is $1.3 billion. Our obtainable market is $370 million, and we're very confident that we can capture the market very fast because we deeply understand the pain and we have a lot of relations. There are significant cultural differences between US and Latin America. It's not that easy that US companies to simply come and take the market. Additionally, there are integrations with regional apps that they will have to build. The reality is ServiceNow and Certero, there are companies that have been around for years and haven't accomplished yet. Can they do it later on? However, we have a great product and we are focused on this market. Maybe you are asking yourself, how can these guys take the market? First of all, we are second-time founders. We completely understand this pain and our network is big as well established. In our previous companies, we generate a lot of customers who express that they want to take advantage of our platform. We have a great team from product development and sales. As Mark Andreessen said, software will eat the world, so make sure it doesn't eat your profits. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amber Glover, and I'm CEO and co-founder of Locate, where we offer geolocation illumination technology for increased navigation efficiency within the delivery space. So as you may know, there is a $40 billion problem within the transportation industry due to GPS imprecision and mapping problems. We've been specifically able to drill down into large warehouses and loading and unloading dock facilities, and there are huge inefficiencies caused by GPS imprecision that really result in extended dwell times. It causes significant delays with truck drivers and also delivery couriers trying to find their specific location. And as we all know, there's a critical shortage when it comes to just delivery couriers and truck drivers. So there's a huge need to really bring optimization and efficiency to every delivery within the transportation space. So with the Locate solution, we are technology driven and we do offer smart illumination technology, which will bring efficiency, cost savings, and a friction-free experience for both truck drivers as well as any warehouse operations. This will also bring kind of safety aspect to the drivers, making sure they get to the correct docking gates in a very, safe manner, as well as it will bring driver retention. So here's just kind of a quick, outline of the locate process. When a truck driver or a delivery courier gets within a certain radius, our geolocation app will notify the driver of their correct docking gate assignment. And here, just dig out a little bit deeper into how our technology works. Again, we do have a software and hardware solution. So our beacons will store kind of the longitude coordinates. And you can just kind of see here when a driver, again, gets within radius, the app will flash, it will give the color assignment that the driver then would need to look for from a beacon perspective. And we are Wi-Fi enabled. Our business model is kind of a two-pronged approach. We will make revenue from a hardware perspective as a one-time cost. These will be sold to, the transportation space. And then we'll also make money from a commission-based perspective as well, where every time we turn on a delivery light, we would charge a small percentage fee. And here's just kind of a quick market size of the total transportation industry. There is a ton of opportunity to make a lot of money to scale up revenue, even if we only capture 1% of the billions of deliveries that are done every year. From a traction perspective, we do have 2 pilots with 2 warehouses that are in progress. Also, we are in talks with 2 more companies to really, get a pilot program started. And from a pipeline perspective, we're looking at about $10,000 worth of our pipeline. And lastly, here's our team. Again, I'm Amber Glover, co-founder and CEO. I have extensive supply chain background. My co-founder, Aaron Glover, has extensive tech experience from Google. And then David Cherry is our CTO. He has extensive background from a product development perspective. And below you see all of our strategic advisors. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Francisco Marancello, the COO at AppCrete, and I'd like to show you the platform to boost the solar industry. The world urgently needs more renewable energy, with utility-scale solar plants expected to grow 261% over the next decade. However, massive inefficiencies mean 70% of project time is wasted in the investment and design phases. Stakeholders lack critical data to evaluate feasibility, and manual processes delay plant design. AppCrete solves these problems, delivering 10x faster project designs, 20% overall project cost savings as a consequence, and 95% fewer steps involved. Unlike most in the market, our platform is an end-to-end cloud solution for decision making. It empowers our users, initially engineering firms and later owners and developers, to select a location, input their project parameters, and receive a ready-to-build planned project through our ML algorithm, accelerating the process 10x while delivering better outcomes than manual designs. Users get instant design options with the most critical metrics they need to make quick decisions. They can jump to the details and tweak the initial automated design, getting instant feedback on how their choices impact the overall project outcomes. The total US solar energy market is worth $164.2 billion. We're targeting the $34.6 billion utility scale market within that. The sector is projected to grow to $125 billion at a 13% annual rate over the next decade. AppCrete can save 20% of the cost of building all those plants. This translates to significant financial benefits for our clients, giving them a competitive edge. The competition offers solutions that aren't as fast because they're hard to use and too preliminary. We offer construction-ready, always accessible results with an easy-to-use solutions for engineering firms to adopt. We offer a fixed-cost SaaS with 2 initial tiers, Free and Pro. New users can try the platform for free with smaller projects, and our Pro subscription costs $160 per month per seat, contrasting with competitors that often offer complicated, expensive, and non-transparent pricing models. We have 3 pilot clients, mid to large engineering firms with an average of 1,000 employees who will give us $100K ARR to start. We also partnered with 2 of the most prominent AEC software players, Autodesk and Procore. Our team is the perfect fit for this problem. We're architects and engineers who code with extensive previous experience in building AEC technology, and having founded successful startups before, like Evers. We have a balance of sales with Valentin, technical and solutions architecture with Pablo, and a focus on product and operations in me, with all 3 of us coming from the AEC space and being programmers, so we understand the problem and also the technical intricacies of the solution. We are focusing on our automation MVP and moving to procurement and supply chain management for solar parks afterwards. We have the vision and the talent and are ready to do this. Reach out through the vault and let's find ways to partner up. Thank you.
Simply adopting AI won't be enough of a differentiator. Customizing AI systems is just hard to do. Many organizations lack the expertise to pull it off, but things have changed. LLMs have been commodified, with most models having similar capabilities.
Data is also getting easier to design and generate, and the amount of data required to specialize models is getting smaller and smaller.
Reaching peak performance for your AI initiatives requires optimizing models for your use case.
At Remix, we've built a platform that uses generative AI to simplify AI customization. Our agent-guided MLOps help any user streamline development and deployment. It simplifies the process at a fraction of the cost.
Beginning with some context of the use case, the Remix agent designs a dataset, trains a model, and packages your deployment for easy use. Remix is already helping companies reach the market with smarter products.
Meet Ade, the CEO of Terramina. He's applying AI to optimize food production. After spending hours annotating data without results on another platform, Ade used Remix to build a model automatically from a few samples that's outperforming his competitors.
And we're helping more developers quickly build custom AI apps. We have over 400 users and 50 design partners. We're starting pilots with a handful of teams working on use cases like drone analytics and content recommendation. Our team has worked together for 10 years, applying machine learning in robotics, content recommendation, healthcare, and ML infrastructure for companies like Databricks and Robust AI.
I'm CTO and co-founder Terry Rodriguez.
I'm CEO and co-founder Salma Mayurkin. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Remix AI.
Hi, I'm Justin from Scription, and we offer subscription-based maintenance for commercial and industrial equipment. Picture you're the owner-operator of a commercial piece of equipment. Let's just say it's a fryer at a McDonald's and it breaks down on you. Not only can you not produce product and you got unhappy customers, your maintenance experience is pretty awful. You're calling up maintenance or repair companies and they're going to be charging you per hour and for whatever parts that broke. But if they're charging you per hour and for the parts that broke, what is their incentive to fix equipment fast and efficiently? They don't have one because they financially benefit from your equipment downtime. Our solution to this is subscription-based maintenance plans. Now the maintenance company financially benefits from equipment uptime rather than downtime. And the maintenance companies love it too because they get exclusive repair rights and recurring revenue. And of course, as you, the equipment owner and operator, you get peace of mind, consistent costs, and up to 3 times less equipment breakdowns. Here's how it works. Typically, as the owner operator, you have a very reactive, sporadic maintenance spend throughout the year. We come in and we say, look, you're not going to pay more this year than you typically pay for maintenance. However, you're going to be paying a flat rate throughout the year on a subscription nature. And we pool together this with multiple equipment owner operators into a reserve. And we use our proprietary data set of over 300,000 pieces of equipment spanning up to 5 to 10 years of maintenance records to be able to price this program per equipment personalized. And from that reserve, we pay out the maintenance company for their commissions as well as the maintenance conducted, and we derive profits at the end of the day because we are the ones who price and manage that reserve. So we always price in a way that we can get a 20% margin minimum. We also built the platform for pricing and administration, and so we're able to charge the maintenance companies $780 a month just to get access to the platform, so we actually derive SaaS revenue there as well. And our journey has been exciting. We've already closed an exclusive partnership with the Core Plus Alliance. It's an alliance of 35 of the largest maintenance and repair companies in food service in North America. This gives us access, in combination with Sofesa, to over 3,700 technicians coast to coast and over 125,000 restaurant clients. And today, top name franchises like McDonald's, Wendy's, and Freddy's are using our plans to protect their restaurants. We also have a pilot with Comfort Systems USA, one of the largest building services providers and HVAC providers with over 45 operating companies coast to coast. The plan is new. It's a new program. It launched in January 2024. However, by then we've blown past 250K ARR with an average 56% month-over-month growth rate with 0 customer churn. People are loving these plans. They've even started recommending them to their peers, so we're already getting a network effect. We're starting in commercial food service with our beachhead market, mainly because it's the same pieces of equipment in every restaurant. It's very scalable for us. And on top of that, what does every restaurant have? Building services and HVAC, heating and ventilation, which is an angle shot into our next market, which is that same thing, HVAC. Another thing is that right now, existing solutions really involve on-demand maintenance platforms and new apps. We're the only ones bringing this new subscription assurance to the ecosystem, so it's quite greenfield. And what's better than massive markets with a new disruptive idea? It's a wonderful team with lots of experience. Our COO was the COO for one of the largest maintenance and repair companies in food service in North America. He's got over 25 years experience. And I myself, this is my second venture. My previous venture raised $1.2 million, scaled to a team of 20. I also have a master's degree in predictive maintenance and mechanical engineering. This is my absolute domain. And this is all of our domains. We've got a team size of 11, and we're excited about this. So thank you so much. Take care.
Hi, I'm Anandini. I'm the founder and co-CEO of Vara. Vara is an AI-powered environmental compliance platform for manufacturers. Manufacturers today across fashion, consumer goods, and industrials need to meet environmental regulations. No compliance means no business. They're required to meet regulatory requirements, certification reports, and mandates of the customers they sell to. 140,000 manufacturers have 70% of their revenue at risk. IKEA has already pulled out of 19 manufacturers who failed to comply. And IKEA is just one such example. But complying is not so easy. It's quite a burden. Meet one of our customers, Rafi. He's the sustainability lead at Sapphire, a textile mill selling to Ralph Lauren. Rafi needs to collect mountains of data, and this data is all over the place. It's in Excels, ERPs, PDFs, and voices. It takes him 10 days to collect all this data from 4 plants he manages, and then he maintains and manages it in thousands of Excels. Then each report takes him 2 to 4 weeks, and he needs to compile 200 such reports. No report is the same. Rafi is an MBA and environmental engineer. He doesn't want to be this data jockey. But the process today leaves him no time to focus on strategic sustainability work, which is what he's been hired for. And this toolkit of pen and paper and Excel gives him poor data quality, accuracy, and limited visibility to drive improvement. Well, lucky for Rafi, Vara's here to solve that problem. We automate data capture and the entire compliance workflow to save time from months to days. And we go beyond compliance, giving SKU level analytics to get him to start driving that improvement and reduce operational cost. With Vara, he can save valuable time and focus on strategic work, which is what he should have been doing in the first place. Feel confident that Sapphire is complying, they're not going to lose their contracts, and not rely on an army of environmental engineers and reduce Sapphire's labor cost. And most importantly, we unlock data. We democratize data access, and it's available with the marketing team now in the entire company, and not just with Rafe. And using sustainability data to drive marketing today is a major leg up. So how do we do this today? We automate the entire data captured from all silos through various different integrations like utility APIs, ERPs. If Rafe is out on the field, he can directly log the data from his phone. And our Gen AI model continuously takes all this incoming factory data, trains on changing regulations and requirements, and powers features that make compliance simpler, faster, and generate reports to start driving and taking strategic sustainability decisions. We've already signed pilots with 5 manufacturers who sell to big brands like Walmart, IKEA, and Nestle. We're set to deploy with them on July 1st, giving us $150,000 ARR. As a team, we have direct experience in this space. My co-founder herself is a 3rd-generation steel manufacturer, and that's why we really identified this gap. We're both technical. My co-founder has been a data infrastructure engineer at Illumio and powered AI integrations at Lilt, which unlocked $2 million revenue for the company. I've built and scaled supply chain software at Honeywell and compliance management for Fortune 100 banks. At Honeywell is where I identified a major problem with enterprises. Companies like Honeywell have complex supply chains. The supplier engagement for companies like Honeywell is very challenging, and supply chain data is all locked up. But today, enterprises need to engage with their suppliers to reduce emissions. And our customer advisory board has found a major value and tremendous value in our product to do that. We are working directly with suppliers of Schneider Electric, Johnson Controls, and IKEA. A massive market today must comply or die. We're targeting 140,000 manufacturers, giving us a $3 billion market opportunity. We're Vara, and we're unlocking data to decarbonize factories.
Hi, I'm Yerjan, CEO and co-founder of PipeDate AI, an autonomous AI-powered growth engineer that builds personalized post-click experiences at scale. Before diving into what we do, let me introduce who we are and what we delivered for our users. We're second-time founders with a deep background in engineering and marketing. My co-founders, Yelan and Alex, have spent the last 8 years running a dev shop and marketing agency, creating over 200 websites and thousands of landing pages with marketing campaigns. As for me, I'm a product manager and an engineer at heart with a master's degree from CMU and product experience at Apple. I previously bootstrapped and sold an e-commerce analytics platform in 2016. In recent months, we have helped mid-sized enterprises generate over 3,000 personalized landing pages, achieving at least 32% uplift in conversions and notable reductions in cost per lead, saving them months of work. Take Telnix, for example, a $140 million ARR company. Using our platform, they created over 370 dynamic personalized landing pages in just a couple of days, leading a 30 to 35% increase in conversions. The results were so impressive that Telnix head of marketing recommended us to Framework, with whom we're starting a pilot soon. 95% of their B2B marketing efforts directed traffic to websites, and 94% of these visits didn't convert. Why? Because visitors landed on generic homepages or irrelevant landing pages with misaligned landing messaging and left. For them and for the average B2B company, it takes 3 weeks to generate one landing page for a single ad, involving at least 5 employees. From our conversations with other 80 marketers, we've learned that continuously updating and improving personalization efforts is their biggest challenge. PipeData generated personalized landing pages autonomously for segments like e-commerce, large enterprises, or one-to-one experiences without requiring users to write any line of code or marketing copy. Similarly, we transformed the way Device42 create their landing pages, saving them months of development time. All this is done with PipeDate AI, an AI-powered growth engineer that helps generate pipelines by autonomously analyzing and generating personalized landing page experiences optimized for results audience, and digital platforms. Our SaaS platform ingests company data such as branding, audience, and intent to deliver tailored one-to-one landing experiences dynamically and at scale. Using Pipe Data is super easy. We plug into the website, company data sources, and traffic channels. It then analyzes user segments, channels, and other data to deliver one-to-one personalized experiences at scale. Our AI algorithms learn on the go and continuously iterate to deliver better results. Since launching last November with a team of 5 and through founder-led sales, we've onboarded 8 mid-sized enterprises with more in the pipeline. The market's huge, and today we focus on 30,000 B2B companies heavily reliant on Google Ads traffic, where our product can make a significant impact. This is really important for marketers today because they are under a lot of pressure to get better results with the same budgets. Customer acquisition costs have tripled over the past 5 years, and with cookies going away, it's even tougher. Recent AI developments help us tackle these challenges. We help marketers with scalable autonomous personalization, setting us apart from competitors like Mutiny, a $2 billion company that's top of mind for B2B marketers when they think of personalization. Unlike Mutiny, which requires crafting each experience individually, Pipe Data allows users to create numerous dynamic landing page variations in bulk and all within just a couple of hours. Join us in our mission for the future where every company running any kind of paid acquisition campaign should have Pipe Data AI and do nothing but connect and deliver personalized user experiences at scale. Thanks.
Hi there, my name is Karan, founder of Sarebox, where we're eliminating LLM hallucinations, starting with fintech. Everyone you know is building LLM agents. However, 90% of agents are stuck in the proof of concept stage. According to McKinsey, this is blocking a $300 billion opportunity from being realized in the fintech industry. At Sarebox, we target the 10,000 fintech enterprise use cases within the United States. At the rate we charge, that's a $2 billion opportunity. So what's stopping this opportunity from being realized? Well, it's hallucinations. Specifically in fintech, hallucinations like factual inaccuracies, objective questions, and quantitative errors can all be attributed to bad data contaminating our knowledge base, resulting in our LLM agents hallucinating or giving bad responses. Now, instead of just talking about hallucinations and errors, let me show you a file that our customer processes. Here, we have a third quarter earnings report from Microsoft, with 2 things going on. There's a table of values, and then at the top, there is some context saying that all of these values are in the millions except for per share amounts. Now, when our competitors grab this text, they do it so naively. Unlike a human, they give you just an output without adding the context in. As you can see, we have 50,000 as an output here, whereas it should be 50 billion. At Sarebox, we solve for this by adding context in just like a human would within our first pass. Structuring data accurately can eliminate hallucinations altogether, and we've tested that through multiple financial data sets and pilot customers. And we found that with cheaper models like Llama 2, we are in the 90th percentile of accuracy, whereas our competitors can't even break 70%. More importantly, we are the only tool that gets 100% accuracy with more robust models. Now, why is this important? Well, in fintech, the error rate of acceptance is 0%, so we are the only tool that you can use. So how did we get to this accuracy number? Well, we're a dynamic team of brothers. I was a first engineer hire at Tiberius, where I managed financial services documents. I experienced this problem firsthand. My brother Moaz is a data infrastructure guru. He built a data observability pipeline for IBM. We blocked bad data from getting to IBM's knowledge base, and now we want to do the same for you by building the first no-code data observability pipeline that allows anyone to protect their knowledge base by ensuring that there's 100% data quality through parsing templates. Now, what parsing templates do is they allow you to help validate and structure the data before it's passed to your knowledge base. We capture all the bad data within the Sarebox platform and ensure you account for it before we pass the data into the knowledge base that your LLM agent uses, ensuring 100% data quality every time. And we've proven this through the 13 customers that we've gotten, with 5 paid pilots and 1 proof of concept representing $280K in ARR. In the next 6 months, we'll be closing the 8 customers we have in our pipeline and doubling that number of ARR. We're Cerevox, where we're eliminating LLM hallucinations. We've protected IBM's knowledge base. We're doing the same for Box. Help us unlock this $2 billion opportunity. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in person. Bye.
Hi, I'm Arshan, CEO of WorkSense. We're on a mission to boost employee sentiment and retention. 300 HR leaders told us that these two are the most important problems facing leaders, yet they solve this problem with broken engagement surveys, a practice that hasn't changed since World War I. The impact of broken surveys is productivity loss and disengagement. Gartner found that 22% of survey data is accurate. You're better off flipping a coin to learn how employees feel. And Gallup reports employee engagement and survey response rates have plummeted since COVID. And a survey done by Microsoft below is an example of just how inaccurate surveys are when asking the same question to employees and leaders. They also cost a lot of money, on average $500,000 to $1 million, and they take about 4 to 6 months, writing questions, getting employees to take it, and if you're lucky, analyzing it. And we have so much data on employees, yet we only use 15% of it to understand engagement. Well, now AI has unlocked analyzing unstructured data. IBM even tried building this in 2016, but technology was the roadblock. And the new normal is that the workforce is now hybrid, and that means that the manager and employee discrepancy is at an all-time high. We were the team building surveys and people analytics at Workday and know exactly where they fall short. We have a combined 10 years of experience in HR tech. I was also the growth lead at Dave, helping scale to 11 million users and a $3 billion IPO. Yezin, our CTO, is an AI and scalable systems engineer. He built an app that was downloaded by 400,000 users organically. We have advisors who have served as CHROs at companies such as Walmart, Binance, and early employees at Workday. So we're building WorkSense, automating team sentiment. What we do is integrate with employee communication and SaaS tools, then give real-time sentiment on well-being, engagement, performance, etc., along with the understanding high performers, critical roles, and flight risks, and then hyper-personalize it to give AI-based actionable recommendations and cost savings on retention. This is an experience loved by the whole team. It's honest, there's no bias in the data, and it doesn't lie. It's automatic, it captures everything in real time. It's private. Our AI model anonymizes the data, and we only look at public messages. The data is aggregated from groups with at least 5 members, and we go beyond legal compliance to prioritize confidentiality. And it's frictionless. The average onboarding time for our customers has been 20 minutes. 5WPR has saved over 350 hours on survey creation and analysis, and they're projected to save $200,000 on addressing burnout. Sales Clover focused on disengaged high performers, and as a result, already saved $1.2 million in regrettable attrition. If Salesforce or Meta had used us, they would not have to rehire the roles they laid off. The workforce has been growing. We charge between $10 to $15 a user a month, and with 1 billion knowledge workers in the world, we have a massive TAM of $144 billion. Competitors either go after speed or accuracy of data, but no one does both. So CultureAmp and Lattice get more accurate data with one-on-ones, performance reviews, OKRs, and surveys, but it takes them 4 to 6 months to get that data. On the other hand, ActiveTrack and TerraMind look at superficial data, such as keystrokes, mouse movements, and time spent on apps. They get data fast, but it's inaccurate. We do both, and by integrating with these tools, data becomes our moat. We have 10 paying customers and $102,000 in ARR in a short 4 months, along with 24 signed pilots, including enterprises such as ADT and Chick-fil-A. We're growing at 80% month over month, and our AI model has trained on over 3 million messages. And since we integrate to get deeper data, we plan to grow to performance reviews, recruiting, compliance, and security. If we even half our growth rate, we will still hit $1 million in ARR by the end of the year. Our sales cycles are shrinking, and our average deal sizes are increasing. Our current signed pilots represent $400,000 in the pipeline, and we've already raised $600,000. Join us on this journey to transform people management forever. Thank you.
That wraps the new companies that have just launched from Alchemist. We hope you like them. Going forward now, you'll be seeing our alums. These are companies that are at least 12 months out from Alchemist, and they'll be in deeper stages and further along.
Hey, I'm Narek,
founder and CEO of PreLaunch.com. At PreLaunch, we revolutionize how innovations are developed and launched into the markets. In the past 3 months, we have partnered with Audi, Miele, Haier, and became a certified supplier of Volkswagen Group. Here's why these Fortune 500 companies need PreLaunch. PreLaunch is all about fast and reliable insights. We're helping Audi design an entirely new digital ecosystem. We help Haier identify a best-selling product, and we help Bosch find the best use case for one of their innovations. The insights market is huge. Companies spend $90 billion a year on insights. It has been growing steadily over the past 10 years. And now, with AI progressing into manufacturing, companies are focusing more on accelerating innovation, reducing production cycles, and building loyal communities. Traditional surveys and focus groups are outdated, time-consuming, and biased. They have to be replaced by agile market research tools. Even our competitors compensate their communities to gather insights. When you pay people and ask for their opinion, the feedback is often biased and does not accurately reflect the real needs. We believe this approach is wrong. What PreLaunch does is transformative. Here, potential customers make small deposits to reserve products. This commitment gives brands the strongest signals that they are truly ready to become your customers. As it's based on people's actual buying intent, it is 10 times more reliable than anything else in the market. And it works. In the past year, we helped brands successfully launch over 50 products. But most importantly, we helped prevent the launch of more than 200 low-potential products. We saved these companies more than $50 million and prevented a substantial environmental waste. Our business model is B2B SaaS, and we are at 500K ARR, which we grew 5x in the past year. We have more than 1,600 companies who are using the platform and more than 3 million people who visited, subscribed, and reserved our products. Our major metrics are growing 25% month over month. We have signed with 6 Fortune 500 brands and have another 9 in our pipeline. Here's how it works. Brands design their product concepts on our platform and direct potential users to their product page. People interact with their concepts, subscribe if interested, and make a small deposit to reserve a significant discount. Then they provide feedback on why they choose to buy or not to buy those products. We analyze the data using our proprietary algorithms and offer insights on the product, business model, and pricing. Additionally, we provide information about their customers, who they are, and their reasons to buy. Over the past 18 months, we had over 3 million users who interacted with the product, subscribed and reserved product they liked, provided feedback to creators, and engaged deeply with the brands for more insights. We collect all this data to create AI tools that significantly enhance a brand's ability to validate and refine innovative product concepts before their launch. We're training AI agents that mimic real user behavior. These agents help to instantly predict the market fit of a product concept. If you have an idea, simply create a concept, upload it to PreLaunch, and learn about your performance and potential instantly. If unsure about pricing or business model, PreLaunch AI will analyze competitors and provide recommendations on the best strategies to adopt. Trained on real users' behavioral data and feedback, we are able to develop product concepts that people genuinely love and need. Our interactive co-creation room allows customers to participate in the product creation process and provide feedback on 3D models, specifically on features they would love to see. Our team has a vast experience in the domain. Me and my co-founder have previously founded TCF, a leading innovation marketing agency that helped companies launch over 1,000 products. We have scientists on the team who hold PhDs from the renowned universities and advisors from Fortune 500 companies. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Justin Schreiner. I'm one of the co-founders of Clarity, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the DAO infrastructure we built for Cardano. Right now, DAOs are exploding. So DAOs are emerging as the standard operating structure for Web3 organizations, and legislation is happening right now at a global scale that's legitimizing DAOs as legal entities. The problem, though, is that projects in DeFi protocols want and need to operate as DAOs in Cardano, but the governance and treasury management infrastructure is lacking. The solution is Clarity, a protocol that makes it simple, fast, and affordable to create, manage, and participate in a DAO without having to write any code. So here's a peek at our product and what it looks like. We basically abstract away the complexities of writing your own smart contracts to create your own decentralized autonomous organization into an easy to use online form. So you fill out this form and you get access to our pre-audited smart contracts that spin up a DAO. No need to spend all of your own time and money on the development and auditing of your own smart contracts. From the user side, from your community side, this is what it would look like to actually come on and vote in a decision that you're making. So really, like I mentioned earlier, this goes along with the ethos of Web3 in general, where we're pushing power to the communities and the people who are ultimately affected by the decisions that are making, in contrast to a more traditional organization. So this is what it looks like from that user side to actually come on and voice their opinion. And then as far as the traction that we've had, so we've launched our full on-chain product in the last 2 months, along with our token, the Clarity token, which is available on the SundaeSwap DEX. Right now, we've onboarded over 80 clients to use our governance and treasury management infrastructure. A lot of these being some of the more notable clients in Cardano, some of the larger DeFi protocols like SundaeSwap, Genius Yield, Indigo, and ADA Handle. And then something else to call attention to in the key partner section is the Japanese government deal that we're working on right now. So this is part of an initiative to open up Japan as kind of a Web3 hub. They're trying to bring over 1 million DAOs to Japan and recently passed legislation to make that possible. We've been selected as one of the DAO tooling providers to actually carry out that initiative. Beyond that, we're also extremely plugged in just in the Cardano ecosystem, as you can see, and we have a ton of ecosystem support, consistently raising money through Project Catalyst, which is a decentralized fundraising mechanism, kind of indicating that the community as a whole values the work that we're doing and realizes the need for it. Just taking a look at our 2-year outlook, as far as protocol development goes, we're increasing our protocol's robustness by developing an SDK for clients to build on top of on their own platforms. We're releasing V2 of our governance platform and making our rewards and incentive systems more advanced. So after talking with a lot of the big clients, we've realized that these are kind of the metrics we should target to move the needle the most on who can use our platform and how they can leverage it. Also, since we just launched our Clarity token, we'll be talking with centralized exchanges and market makers. And then finally, we're going to continue our customer growth. We're aiming to land 2,000 DAOs and manage over $500 million in our treasuries. Thank you for listening to our introduction to Clarity, and for more information or to get involved with the project, definitely reach out via email. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pierluigi Mantovani. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Evolution Devices, where we're using movement technologies as a window into understanding disease. Now, our founding team consists of a multidisciplinary team of neuroscientists, neuroengineers, and neurophysical therapists from some of the best institutions in the world, and we're advised by experts in the field. I want to start by showing you all a quick clip of someone with a walking impairment. Now, this person cannot bend their knee or pick up their foot, which means that they have to swing their leg around so they don't trip and fall. Well, this person right here is actually my dad. My dad was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis about 15 years ago, and this mobility impairment was that first physical symptom to help diagnose that MS. Now, the entire process from diagnosing to treating to tracking has been chaotic. And unfortunately, that's all too common in people living with neurological movement disorders. Neurological movement disorders are poorly treated, poorly tracked, and frankly, poorly understood, which leads to a massive economic burden on the healthcare system. And it does not help that the current solutions available are very ineffective. People are given canes, walkers, and braces, which don't restore function in any way, and they don't track their symptoms over time. Now, pharmaceutical companies like Roche know the value in tracking these symptoms, so they built digital symptom apps, but they failed. 40% of patients dropped off from these apps after just 1 week. We need new tools and solutions that can both treat and track these neurological movement disorders, which is why we built the EvoWalk. The EvoWalk is a small wearable device that goes right below the knee. It activates the muscles at the right time to help restore walking, and is connected to a digital symptom tracking app to help understand how the disease progresses.
To see the Evil Walk in action, you can see here with the device off, this person immediately stumbles on this carpet. With the device on, the Evil Walk targets specific muscles in the leg and sends electrical impulses to these muscles to help pick up the foot, bend the knee, clear the ground, and walk with more confidence. Now, our Evil Walk AI understands movement and it extracts movement data and disease symptom data to create a rich database of how this disease and this movement is progressing over time. And we can do this because people love the Evil Walk. The Evil Walk provides improved walking speed, improved activity, and unlike the Roche apps, the patients use the device on average 5 hours a day, every single day, because people love the Evil Walk. The Evil Walk is FDA cleared. It's been validated with over 100 patients. We have our patented AI system, and we have 6 publications to date, with some of the top clinics in the world using our device today with their patients, including Mass General, UCSF, Kennedy Krieger, and many, many more. Now, we also have 1,000 patients that are lined up and waiting to get this device and use it in their daily lives. We have a unique competitive advantage by building a therapeutic wearable for disease-specific solutions, creating this wearable and extracting information about a specific disease. We're the only ones able to do this now. And we're focused initially on multiple sclerosis, the highest per patient cost on disease-modifying therapies per year. By focusing on MS, we unlock revenue in multiple opportunities, including starting with these physical therapists, getting the device out, getting more people to use it, and becoming that MS de facto solution. Now, by building up our database, we're able to create AI-powered biomarkers, partner with pharmaceutical companies, and then launch new disease-modifying therapies based off of this improved patient stratification. Focusing on MS is a massive opportunity. By focusing on this beachhead market of $12 billion, not only are we capturing this MS market, but we're building this playbook to expand to other movement disorders like ALS, Parkinson's, and many, many more. Now, we envision a future where therapeutic devices are used to provide this high adherence and understand how a disease progresses. We see and build this future where mobility is not just a symptom that we're treating. It's a way of understanding how these diseases progress. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anna from Episcore. We build robots to 3D print full-scale buildings. Why do we need robots to build houses? Simply put, we don't have enough labor to keep up with the growing demand for housing. Current workers are getting retired in record numbers. Younger generation has zero interest in doing hard, physically demanding job in outdoor weather conditions. We simply getting to the point where skilled labor is getting very expensive and hard to find. We decided that it has to be the solution for that. We started with the most labor and material intensive part of construction, the walls, or shell of a house. Meet Frank, our proprietary robot that robotically 3D prints durable concrete houses directly on site in a matter of days. Frank always available, never cancel the job, and always picks up the phone. Frank builds walls with consistent quality and within predictable time. What we have achieved so far? Unit economics that actually work. Our walls is printed at half the cost of traditional construction. The largest home builder in the United States, D.R. Horton, is on board as a strategic investor and client. They are not new in the industry. They invested in our biggest competitor years ago, but didn't proceed further with them. Instead, they chose us and our technology to work with. We have demand from other home builders, multiple booked pre-orders for equipment, representing $16 million of recurring revenue. Now we're ready to scale the production with each new 10 printers adding $5 million of annual recurring revenue. Our technology also has the global environmental impact of saving almost 300 million tons of CO2 annually on cement-free concrete and optimized logistics. We have been deploying Frank to build fully permitted houses from day one. We built 2-story administrative building, which is the Guinness World Record as the largest 3D printed building on Earth. We 3D printed several commercial and residential houses, and we also the finalist of NASA competition. Compared to traditional construction, we save money and build 10 times faster. We need one person in several days to 3D print the walls, while typically it takes 10 people and weeks to do the same work. But workers might not be available every day, which causes inconsistent quality, constant delays, and increases in budget. All prevents home builders to scale. With this proven tech, we are taking razors and blades business model on steroids. We sell and rent out the printers, but money comes from selling our special concrete to these printers to print homes. Each printer is basically a money printing machine generating millions of dollars of recurring revenue for several years. Because our technology is so agile, we can enter other markets. See walls, which is $400 billion market in the United States due to sea level rise. The tilt walls for commercial construction, which are typically very expensive to build, and miles of noise barrier walls. Compared to competitors, our friend has zero cost for deployment and transportation. This is Frank leaving the site after completing the job, and you can see how seamless the process is. Just one person operates Frank, which is technically a little tank able to easily move around. Frank can fit standard trailer, it's operated by joystick, and ready to work quickly once on site. Quality of our 3D printed walls is another big player to reducing construction costs. Because they are perfect, they do not require layers of stucco. If you would like to learn more, we are happy to talk to you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joseph Wibby, co-founder and COO of Productive.ai, and we are the first AI for your cell phone calls. That's right, your cell phone number, same one you've had for decades. This number is enabled on 7 billion plus devices in the world. Now, why isn't there access to this data? That's a great question. Well, because there's no access points, there's no API, there's no data, no record keeping, and no automation on these 7+ billion devices in the world. So why is this important now? Well, the cell phone call contains really enriched data, potentially the richest data source in history. And Productive now enables this communication path, just like we have for web conferencing and APIs and emails. Imagine the context that can be built, the inference that can be generated with this newfound 360-degree view of your communications enabled by Productive. Currently today, we offer our product on the App Store and Google Play Store, where users can utilize these features such as AI note-taking, automation of tasks and events that go directly into your calendar when you say you're going to meet for coffee tomorrow at 2 p.m. And indeed, the biggest use case for our users is those who have a CRM, logging this data to their CRM, such as Salesforce and HubSpot, 20+ CRMs that we log to today, as well business-grade features like call greetings and compliant call recording disclosures if you choose to record and transcribe your calls. We have a small team, but our founder and CEO, Enlai Chu, is an exited founder with 25+ years of experience in telecom. We ran a pilot in the National Association of Realtors. Now, why? Well, because 100% of realtors utilize their cell phone calls for work. So we achieved these metrics. It was a very successful pilot, and it also yielded us 5 signed LOIs, some great partnerships in the making, but again, these LOIs equate to $5.2 million. And then we talk about the competition. Who's doing this? The truth is, no one. All the other competitors require you to change your behavior. They require businesses and enterprises to assign new numbers. You can utilize the number you have today. Using Productive's 2 patents and our 40 deep integrations, Productive enables you to keep your communication the same as it's always been. Keep the relationships that have been present through that number and benefit from the automations of AI. We look at the size of this total market that we have. It's enormous. 105 million mobile workers in the United States alone. It's a very large market and a very great pain point that we are benefit now to solve for these users. We are direct to consumer indeed on the app stores right now. We have users organically finding us. We have spent $0 on marketing or sales. We now have channel partners in place, such as the CRMs and real estate associations, which is another great avenue for us. Enterprise white labeling. There's a lot of enterprises that want to utilize our tech stack and implement it into their applications now, which they would like to add the telephony solution that Productive provides on an enterprise scale, which is very exciting for us as well. And the big news for us, our North Star, we have now developed a partnership with Cisco, where we will be doing an integration with them for them to demonstrate at Cisco Live June 2nd. And this again opens the gateway for us to directly integrate with carriers. We look forward to speaking to you more about this opportunity and how we can make the world more productive. Thank you.
And that's Alchemist Class 36. What'd you think? We hope you enjoyed it. And we hope you stay connected. Message us on the Vault or send me an email directly with any comments or feedback. And we cannot usher in the next generation of great enterprise startups without you. So we appreciate your attention and time. And we hope to see you in September for Alchemist Class 37.